Welcome or welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I've got some odds and ends to do around the house. And the first thing that I'm gonna do is make some homemade bug spray. But I've gotta do some weed pulling outside. I've gotta do some carpet deodorizing and just various things. So the first thing that I'm doing today is I'm actually making a spray version of insect repellent. So this is Young Living's insect repellent. It's super good. Now this is in a base of sesame seed oil, which is great on the skin. It really stays put and all of that. But if you get it on your clothes, it gets a little bit oily. And so I want to make a spray version of this so that I can spray it on my clothes without having to worry about it leaving oil stains. So I'm using the oils, the essential oils that are inside this formulation. I just don't know exactly the ratios they use. This is the ratios that I have used that have worked really well on sand fleas in Florida, and I'm gonna use it on mosquitoes up here. I've got my spray bottle. This is 4 ounces, I think. Then the essential oils that I'm gonna put in here are citronella. I also have lemongrass, geranium, rosemary, aroma ease. It's supposed to be spearmint, and I am completely out of spearmint. Aroma ease is like a motion sickness type of blend that I normally take traveling. I keep it in my purse, and it's just great. It's got peppermint and spearmint in here, plus ginger and other things. So I'm just gonna use this in place of my spearmint, and then also thyme and clove. I have my spray bottle. I'm gonna go ahead and put in, this is a brand new bottle of citronella. It smells like an off citronella candle, but natural. It just smells like the plant. It's so good. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and do 10 drops of the citronella, and then I'm gonna go down from there. So I'm gonna go ahead and do 9 drops of lemongrass, because it's just a little bit less. Okay, I'm gonna do just a little bit less of the rosemary. So I'm gonna do 8 drops of that. Okay, 1 to grow on. I got a 9th one in there, it's fine. Geranium, I'm gonna go ahead and do 7 drops of the geranium. Okay. Spearmint, I'll go ahead and do 6 drops of the spearmint, which is really the aroma ease. Smells so good. Oh, I love it. All right, so then for the thyme and the clove, I'm gonna go ahead and do 3 drops of each of these. They're a little bit on the hot side. Okay, and 3 drops clove. Now, in a perfect world scenario, I would put in here a high-proof alcohol to allow the essential oils to mix with water. I unfortunately do not have a high-proof alcohol right now, so I'm just gonna go ahead and use a splash of witch hazel, which does have some alcohol in it. So is it a 2 birds thing? I don't know, but I'm just gonna do a splash of this, just right inside. That's probably good. And then I'm gonna fill the rest up with water. Each and every time that I use this, I'm gonna shake it up really well to make sure that essential oil and water mixes as good as I can get it, because again, I don't have the real high proof alcohol in here that really helps it blend together, but this will do the trick. So I just shake it up a lot and then spray it on. The neighbors are getting a pool installed, so I don't know if you can hear me, but I'm gonna start with deadheading my knockout roses. They are starting to go to these little rose hip pods here, right? So I'm just going to trim those off, and that is what encourages new growth, just like that. These guys are starting to pop up pretty crazy over here. Next thing that I want to do is bring this wreath inside, because I've got some 4th of July like stars and stuff that I want to go ahead and put on here, so that'll last through the season. So let's get that in. So rather than having a whole bunch of different types of wreaths, I have one that I doctor up with different types of picks and things like that, things you can get from Hobby Lobby or wherever. So somewhere in this bin or the other bin, I've got some 4th of July stars. Found them. About 6 years ago now, we sold everything, including our house and most of the possessions that we owned. And that included a bunch of decorations. And so it was kind of like a Marie Kondo type of concept, to where I was like, does this decoration spark joy? And if not, get rid of it. And I realized I had so many wreaths that I rarely ever really used. And then I was like, there's gotta be a better way. So that's why now, all these years later, I just have the one that I put other things in. So let me show you how I do this. I use floral wire and it works incredibly well. It's super inexpensive. You could use like zip ties, twist ties work also if you have a bunch of those laying around, but I have just had floral wire for years and years and years, and I've just always used it for this, like so. And then I am just gonna take some scissors, cut it to size, and then twist these stars through it, and it'll be great. I gotta get my springtime stuff out of here first. The wreath base is now a base again. So this was literally just stuff I got from Hobby Lobby, put it on a form, and used that floral wire just to attach it. So very, very simple. And then I just have a ribbon here that I loop it over the door with. I'll show you how I hang this. But so now I'm gonna go ahead and grab my stars, and I like to lay them out first, and then once I have that, then I know where I want to attach them. So this is gonna be the top. Not that that really matters because it's just stars, but just put them around. Snip off a piece of the floral wire. It does not have to be very big at all. And then I'm just going to loop it around and then attach it to one here. And literally, that's it. Easy as that. And so now I'm gonna go ahead and hang it back up. I'll show you how I hang this. I have a command hook on the top part of my storm door that's upside down. I've got this loop on a ribbon that's looped around the wreath itself. And I just loop this over the top of the door and underneath the hook, and that keeps this from flying off. It keeps it in place, and the command hook does not melt off, because this does get the heat of the day. It also gets really windy here too. So it really helps to protect both the door and the wreath. And the wreath is now good to go. Really all summer. So these I will just put in a plastic bag. I'll put it downstairs in my storage, and then I will pop these in probably in September. You may have noticed these streamer looking things above my door. This is called Bird Begone bird tape, and it is amazing. It's not bird nesting season now, so I can go ahead and take this down, but oh my gosh. So I had some house finches that were trying to nest right above the door. As soon as I put these up, totally gone. This is what we used to deter robins at our old house as well when nothing else was working. It kind of looks like a used car lot, but it works really, really, really well. It's because it's that reflective tape, and it does make a sound when it blows in the breeze, which just scares birds away. So if you have bird issues, I cannot recommend this tape enough. It is kind of crazy to think about how many decorations I used to have and how many I have now. Even though I have a lot less, I use them all. About time for me to put the winter blankets and quilts away as well. So I'm gonna get these washed up and folded and put up in the hall closet, because we definitely do not need these on the bed anymore now that it's mid-June. This is the laundry soap that I use and I love. It's called Thieves Laundry Soap. It is so concentrated. You only use a quarter of a capful, and the cap is super, super tiny. If you can see, compared to my hand, it's very small. So all you need is that much. So a little goes a long way, which is fantastic. And they actually just rebranded it too. So if you're used to seeing that bottle, you're gonna be seeing this bottle now, but it's the same contents inside both. It's so hard to just use this much, but honestly, that's all you need. And it does a great job for a completely full load. But I use that specific one because laundry soap and laundry products in general, fabric softeners and all of that, are so, so toxic, because we're always touching fabric, right? We always have clothes on, or we're drying off on a towel, or we're sleeping on some sheets. And so it's like 100% of the time, pretty much, unless you're showering, you are touching fabric. And so anything that was used to wash the fabric that you are touching goes on your skin, or you're breathing in the fumes from it, getting so many toxins from so many different ways. So if you're gonna do one swap in your life, swap to a non-toxic laundry soap, because this one that I use works really well, Doesn't leave any smell behind. I have been using it for years now. My brother-in-law, who has eczema, this is the only thing that he can use. It doesn't irritate his skin. So this is just, it's 2 thumbs up for me. And instead of dryer sheets or fabric softener, we use wool dryer balls, and we'll put essential oils on them. So I actually love to use lavender on mine. It's just so nice. But I mean, really, you can't go wrong with any of these essential oils on here, except for this one in the bag. That's valerian. Don't use that. It stinks. But besides that, you really can't go wrong. I'm going to use a couple drops of this one. It's called Joy. Just a few drops is all you need. And I'm just going to stick those in the dryer, and it'll be ready for when my clothes are ready to go in. I talk about essential oils a lot because I use them for so many things, and I have for the last 11 years. They are a great non-toxic alternative to all those different toxins we are bombarded with from the store, from the environment, from everywhere. So I'm curious, if I were to do an essential oils online class, just maybe a video or a series of posts, maybe an email series, would you be interested in that? How to use essential oils, why to use essential oils, which ones to use for what, that kind of thing. If you would be interested, let me know in the comments. I'm gonna make my carpet deodorizer. This is so simple to do. So I've got baking soda here just in a jar, and I'm gonna take that and just pour it into a bowl. I'm gonna eyeball about 2 cups. It's not exact, it doesn't have to be. So now I'm gonna add to this about 10 to 15 drops of an essential oil. I like to use lemon. You could use Citrus Fresh, you could use Thieves, Luscious Lemon. Those are all great blends from Young Living. Also, Purification is a great option. If you want more just like a nice freshener, lemon, lavender would be great, lemon myrtle, lemon verbena. You could use grapefruit if you wanted to. I'm just gonna use plain lemon today. And about 10 or 15 drops right on top of the baking soda. Take a spoon, could be a stick, could be a fork, doesn't really matter. Just kind of mix it all together. It'll beat up a little, doesn't matter. And that's literally all you need to do to make it. This rug is from Wayfair. I will link it in the description bar below. I believe it was Kelly Clarkson home, but I'd have to look because it is 3 years old at this point, and it's held up great. And I do have little corner holders on here too, so it doesn't slide around, just little sticky grippers, which work really well with this rug also. And there is no rug pad underneath it because it does have a little bit of a rug pad built into it. So I'm going to first get the hair up off of this rug because my husband and I both have long hair, and I feel like it's gonna get a lot cleaner if we can get the hair up first. So I'm gonna grab my little, it's a Fly Lady Scrubba Sweepa, I don't know if that's what you call it, I don't remember. But it's kind of like a rubber squeegee type of situation, which will work just as well. Because Fly Lady's not making these anymore. Her shop closed, I'm pretty sure. But you can find a bunch of these different types of things on Amazon. I'll link one if you're interested in that, getting pet hair and human hair up out of your carpets and your rugs. So let me go grab that. We'll do that first, then we'll sprinkle this on. It's seriously so gross, but it works so well. At this point, I'm gonna go ahead and shake on the baking soda and the essential oil mixture and then scrub it in with that same brush. It smells so good in here. It's like amazing. So I'm gonna let this sit for about a half hour or so. And while that's sitting, I'm gonna do the other rug that's in the family room. This was also a Wayfair rug, so if I can still find it, I will link it in the description. Bissell Pet Vac, ready to go. I'm gonna go ahead and vacuum up this entire room. That is a workout. And that's gonna do it for me today, doing some summer odds and ends around the house. Hopefully you got some stuff done too while you were watching this video. If you haven't already and you'd like to, hit that button down below, subscribe so you never miss a new video. Hope you got some stuff done. I'll see you in the next one. Ciao.